Did you watch the Blobes?
So I
See the Blobes at all?
no, and I'd actually love to talk about that and to talk about
Why you missed the Blobes?
I just need a lot more. I'd love to be set up for success by this show.
Me as well.
And by our support team on this show.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I need...
Which is an ironic title for them to have.
Okay. Well, now I'd love to talk about this and then go back. I totally agree with you.
Don't you?
Because...
Put the sup and support team.
Kevin, I mean, it's just very obvious, and I don't...
Time to sup.
And I'm trying...
He sits down with a big old grilled pork chop. Green beans, mashed potatoes, all, as he points out, one-person portions. And as soon as he presses play on the theme song, he goes, time to sup.
I thought you were saying it's ironic that it's called a support team because Kevin has been walking around with his shit completely unsupported. And I'm not trying to look. I'm not trying to look at that.
No, but
like...
We got to get some kind of system.
We need something. And I don't think we need a whole, like, jock type thing, but, like...
No, I think a normal pair of something in there.
It is such a problem. And he says that he does have something on, but it's, like, looser than any... Even, like, a Joe Boxer type thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it might as well not be there. It's somehow looser than the pants outside it.
I know.
How?
I know. I don't want to think about it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to look.
How does it appear to be outside the pants?
The pants are offering the only support. And I just want to say thank God for the pants.
Well, God bless the pants. And they're doing the Lord's work, but damn, those pants are fighting a battle they're destined to lose. My money is not on the pants. Smart money is
just
on the
today.
Unsupported stuff.
That's how I think. It's like, just make it through today, please.
Yes.
Then we'll worry about tomorrow.
Lord, please give these pants the strength to make it through today's pro version recording.
My zipper is like Spider-Man trying to stop the train.
And Lord, give me ninja powers as well. Make me the most strongest ninja who can actually do flips, and also make it useful on the basketball court where I'll also do flips and dunks. And Lord, one more wish, please, while I'm doing my wishes. So I have the pants thing, and then the ninja thing, which the basketball thing's not a separate wish. It's just that the ninja stuff should apply to the basketball powers.
That's part of the same wish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't even need to mention the basketball.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just mentioning it only because that is how I'm going to use it, but it's a gift of agility.
Any sport,
the
doesn't
agility
matter.
will
Those
apply.
are not additional wishes.
It's like when the X-Men would play basketball and they'd say, oh, no superpowers on the court. And then someone, Gambit would say, well, like, super agility is one of my powers. How can I not use that when I'm playing basketball?
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's like
shouldn't have even
Lord.
brought it up.
So, Lord, forget that I mentioned the basketball thing. The ninja thing is obviously not just the techniques, but I would have superior physical ability. I would have some agility, and that would apply to. I'm not going to play baseball with it. Probably, I don't. But if I wanted to play that,
good if you want.
And it really wouldn't apply as much to that, I think, as it would to basketball. Could be pretty clear because I'd be doing all these flips and stuff, which you don't really do in baseball, even if you're good. So, remember the pants thing, Lord, was the first one. And the third wish is a date with Beverly D'Angelo.
Just one date.
I have
just one date. I'll take it from there.
Yes. Just get him in the room.
Just give me a chance.
I have a voice memo from her. Let me see if I can find it. Voicemail.
From Bev D'Angelo?
Yeah. She did Gilbert Godfrey show.
And Kevin has been saying ever since we lost, Kevin's been saying, don't worry. He's still here. I'll take it from here.
Mm-hmm.
Rest well, soldier. We'll see you in Valhalla. How about Gilbert Gottfried?
Yeah. Wouldn't have expected him to necessarily
One of
go
the,
straight
I mean,
to Valhalla. I guess.
I used to go before every record to the Earwolf Graveyard. I haven't made it so much recently, but
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was thinking about how the Flagrant Ones has partially just become Love Dad.
that's good.
It has become Love Dad
Love Dad.
largely. Remember being in those little tiny Earwolf offices and you kind of get trapped in conversations with some of just the random people coming in and out of there.
Yeah, there was
What
just
a
the
weird
one
time.
Yeah, that was a weird time. Don't have to worry about that here.
No one has tried to have a conversation with me here in quite
Oh, this might be a good
some
one.
time.
Just the beginning of this.
Well, I can hear that that's Mark Miller. Do you think Mark Miller is Beverly D'Angelo?
He's talking about.
The King's Man?
I don't think so. But he was talking about Tom Holland doing this show. Now, do
Let
you
me
think
hear.
Doing this show?
Doing Gilbert Gottfried's show.
He would have been young doing that show, no?
why is this the loudest it will go?
He's so,
You don't have the speaker on, yeah.
Now I can't restart it.
Jesus.
How do these? Should I call him back?
Boy, they call them smartphones, but they make you
There we
feel pretty dumb.
Hi, Kevin. This is Mark Miller. I'm Tom Holland +1. Looking that we're supposed to be recording today for the Gilbert show, and I got your number from Dara.
He actually was doing Gilbert's show.
Now, do you
Wow.
think Josh thought it was Tom Holland, the Spider-Man actor? Or
Well, I did until he said I'm Tom Holland's +1. Like, this must be a different Tom Holland. This must be a Tom Holland from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Josh was very surprised that day at the Tom Holland who came to Earwolf.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
hey.
So, sorry, I'm just organizing 14,000 songs.
come on in.
And I'm inventing a game. Imagine if a cube had wheels. Josh. We already have that game. That's just go-kart racing.
Wow.
The devil
You-
lives inside the cube. The devil, Josh.
What was your job on at that time? Just letting people into every
Mhm.
show?
Yep, production coordinator, and people would give my phone number as the contact.
And would you like walk in and take a picture of
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert and Beverly, for example?
Yep. After the
Machi
recording,
machi.
give him a coffee.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Every record, you're walking in the middle.
Mhm.
And now let's actually go back to those days
What
where
a
you're
journey you've
where
been
you're
on.
deciding, you're standing, your hand is gently resting on.
Beverly's shoulder.
Well, I was
Yeah.
going to say the doorknob. This is before you
Yeah.
walk in.
Whoa.
Well, you've destroyed something.
Gee.
Crazy the journey Kevin's been on and that it has ended so many times.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it sounds terrible, dude. You can't drop
But it was
stuff
in service
on
of
the
a
wires.
bit. Kevin was pretending to put his hand on Beverly's shoulder. Really had to sell it. Had to put his hand on something. Put it on. the least stable thing on his workstation.
Check all these little wires here.
It's the
Isn't that what
wires. It
landed
dropped
on?
onto
It's the wire.
it's a big green
It
one.
fell on the
Can you
wire.
guys take your headphones off? Because I'm afraid if I jiggle stuff, it will definitely shine. There we go. Okay.
Wow, it was exactly what
Check,
we
check,
both
check.
knew it was.
I knew it. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, I would put my hand on the doorknob,
Yeah.
jiggle it a couple times.
It was so legitimately disconcerting when Kevin just started appearing and taking pictures. Like, it wasn't
his
anything
little
anyone ever
tie.
talked about. Yeah. But I was listening to, I listen to old episodes of the show. I'm such a pathetic fucking loser. I was listening to an old episode the other day, and we described Kevin with some title, some like early title. We were talking to someone. We had like multiple people in the studio. It was like some, kind of group guest. And we were like, oh, there's going to be even more people because Kevin, our like, junior production coordinator, something is coming in. We
So
sort of
wild.
just barely had been introduced to you.
How would you time it? You're standing out there. You do a little smile. They could see me now.
Crack all my knuckles and toes.
Take your shoe and sock off.
Yeah, you guys would start like 15, 25 minutes in. I'd walk over to the door slowly.
And are you texting Engineer Sam or whatever saying like, when did they start? Because sometimes we would take our time.
Sometimes I would slack the engineer and ask, like, is now a good time? Most of the time I would just try to feel it.
That was nice when we had those photos after every episode, though, huh?
Oh yeah,
We'll just all take a little photo together. That was nice.
you get to touch somebody.
Yeah. My hands hovering against John Hamm's small of his back. I'm not on it, but he can feel exactly where it is.
They invested in that big photo station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to the other room where the
Mhm.
camera like doesn't always work. That was cool.
The first generation ones that they would Julia Hayes would just do on her iPhone or whoever the engineer was that day. This is before The Office, before you even showed up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't know.
Nope.
You look back at those photos now, they look like sepia tone. We had to like sit there for half an hour while the shit developed.
Oh yeah. No, we'd go into the dark room. First they'd have to get under the hood and activate the magnesium or
The
whatever.
big puff of smoke would come out.
And I had bought a series of funny hats and
Yeah.
also a lot of t-shirts that had like trash talk that said like going for big numbers
Going
or
for
like
big
other,
numbers.
like
I love haters.
yeah I had ordered like some funny t-shirts from like sort of like And1 type websites, and then we worked at an office right next to Target, so I'd go to Target and I'd buy like a hat, big corduroy hat with a pheasant on it or something
Mm-hmm.
for all the pictures. That was comedy at that time.
It
You
was.
have to understand it was a different time.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, I'm getting my picture taken every week. I need props.
Do you remember the first episode that you walked in on
Joined our show.
that we were doing? Or what's a really early one where you were
Mhm.
like, God damn.
Indulge us, listeners. Let me walk down memory lane with Kevin for a minute as he's
I'm
he's
just
about to-
seeing. Yeah.
he's about to expire.
Not off the top of my head.
Doesn't remember. Did you know the show? Because you started on Improv for Humans. Were you aware of our show before you started doing
I was
stuff
not,
on it?
no.
You hadn't listened to it or anything? Get the fuck out of
But
here.
I felt bad that you guys recorded
Go
on
home.
Saturdays and no one took your photo, so I would actually come in on Saturdays.
Out of pity.
Yeah. Now, could the engineers do it? Probably.
Probably
They
not.
did sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Depended on the engineer. Depengineer.
I thought you guys were wicked funny.
I hate
Wickedly
you.
talented.
Okay, so not a single early episode of any show registers for you as like
Let's
having
see.
not a single memory from that time. Might as well not have happened at all. What are you looking through?
You guys have such an archive.
I mean, I obviously remember making up the song with Michael Cronin. About
Oh, yeah,
Kevin's
that was
creep
awesome.
shots.
Yeah,
it's like
sure.
my earliest, like, Kevin is officially a part of the show
Right.
memory, where it was just like, this is.
It'd be interesting if that were early in Kevin's tenure, because I feel like he'd been.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. We were already, I don't know that we had made his dating profile yet or anything, but we were talking about him. He was coming in, taking the photos. We were calling him a pervert,
Yeah.
as we did with anyone who worked for us in any capacity.
I'm gonna go see him later this month. I'll send you the link if you want to come.
Oh, Michael Cronin? Okay,
Mhm.
great.
I remember an episode with Cody where we like went through my Facebook and like DM'd somebody. Does that sound familiar at all?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. It sounds like something we got in trouble for at a job once, too.
Wow. Wait, I don't remember that story.
The one I remember thinking, it wasn't really us. I think it was Guy who did it.
Went on someone's. Oh, that's right.
Yes.
The writer's assistant.
The writer's assistant, he had left his Facebook open.
Oh,
and,
that's right.
I think one of our the writers there went
Coworker
in
sent a
and,
message to
and
somebody or posted something.
Yeah, posted or maybe like reposted someone else's thing, and they got in a lot of trouble.
That's right.
And
I'm sure
we
he
didn't do it, but we
remembers.
certainly didn't object.
I'm sure he remembers what he wrote.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Okay, Kev. Come on back now.
So many interesting episodes.
Yeah, we've done a lot of episodes of the show. Boy, it's fun to do a podcast, huh?
But you were just a little guy. I don't remember that much either.
Here we go. Cody and Kevin are Facebook friends.
That was the description of the episode?
That was what the title.
That was the title. Okay.
October 31st, spooky, 2016.
Okay.
Wow. That'll be 10
1
years.
week before the presidential election. Cody and Kevin are Facebook friends. I don't think there's anything we could have done. Like, what would we have done instead with that episode? That would have made any difference. Even if we went back, it's like you could do whatever you want for this episode to change history.
To help, yeah,
It's a pro
to
version.
help get the vote out on a pro version.
Oh, doing Spont.
That was an episode.
That was a
Yeah.
really one.
That was a big one.
So you thought what I was asking you to do is just go back through every episode we've ever done and say what was a good episode. I'm talking about like memories in the office. For example,
Okay.
Josh thinking that the other Tom Holland was coming in and it basically like permanently scrambling his cerebral cortex.
Mm-hmm. Corrupted his logic board. Now he's planting seeds in Quentin Tarantino's Fragile Mind.
I have one that I regret that I think about. Does this ever
Yes.
happen to you fellas?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Keep me
this
up at
is
night.
Exactly what I
Yes.
want.
I was recording ads for Mr. Scott Aukerman, some Comedy Bang Bang ads.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a
You're
certain,
engineering at this point. They let you
just the ads.
behind the ones and twos.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. Kind of let me test drive a little. And unfortunately, there's a certain someone who was a little loud in the office area.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott was getting frustrated with it because he kept having to basically reset and
Support staff?
support staff.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And eventually,
Anyone loud work there?
he looks to me.
Is it who I think it is?
Yes, I'll reveal it in a second.
Okay.
He looks to me kind of pissed off and says like, "Hey, can you say something? This is getting annoying." and I opened the door and I shouted in front of everyone, and I regret doing this, "Dana, you're bleeding!" And I closed the door.
And that is a term.
You're bleeding
The
into
sound
the
is bleeding through the wall.
yeah.
And that's how you would say it. Normally, you'd say "you're bleeding" when someone is being loud outside.
Probably would have maybe said it a different way, but I just angrily shouted it and then slammed the door.
Wow.
And
I did think it was Dana, though. So
Yes, no, that was my first guess as well. Just because there's a lot of quiet characters there. Like, you would never describe Josh as loud.
Engineer Ryan.
No. None of them, I think. Yeah. Maybe Sam. But it wasn't a really loud group.
No.
Oh, speaking of people who we dealt with in the past, so Grace reposted the Golden Globes clip
Yeah.
of me predicting Amy Poehler's win, which I forced Zach to
From the
cut
long
for me.
list, by the way.
From the long list. And
From half court.
she got a message in response to this. It's just the kind of thing where it's like, why even send it? Like, who the fuck are you talking to? And it was from, you want to guess who it was from?
What was the message?
Is that the better way to say it? I'm going to tell you who it was from.
Okay.
Eric Spiegelman.
Wow.
The
That's
Spiegel
really
Man.
funny.
It's from the Spiegelman. And you know what he
Yeah.
said?
No.
To this clip of us predicting.
I could have guessed that. I should have thought about it for one more second.
To the clip of us like calling our shot and intercut with the Golden Globes victory. What do you think he said?
It was obvious. that-
No, here's
No.
what he said. More annoying than that, although that is annoying.
Okay.
Because on the long list, I don't think it was. And in
No.
fact, I had people tell me they thought Smartless would win. So he said, "What's that thing on Hayes' face?"
That's really funny.
To Grace. How's she going to engage with that?
Wow.
This fucking guy.
That's really good.
For people who don't know, Eric Spiegelman is a fake bitch. Just so you guys have context, this guy, I guess, works in the podcast space, but he's never seemed to be in one place for more than 5 minutes. And I don't know what his job title is.
He came in
He's
the
a
room.
lawyer, but
Yeah, when we were doing our contract negotiation, I think he did come in.
yes, he did an episode with us.
He was on the show.
And he did in a very funny way just give us the numbers on how bad
That
we
was
were
very
doing for
funny.
the network.
That was very funny.
Where everyone else kind of engaged with us and like a little bit tried to improvise, but then
Yes.
got uncomfortable, and he was just like, "You're failing. This entire venture is a failure."
Yeah, that was funny.
That was good.
That was a good episode.
And he was making it up, obviously.
Oh yeah.
We're a loss leader for our networks. Like, you know how the rotisserie chicken at Costco is so cheap. That's like us.
I wonder when we're gonna just get the Earwolf band back together. Huh?
That'd be fun.
When we're all in our 60s, go on a little like Dead and Company style reunion tour. PCast blast.
Mhm.
Oh, can't cast P like I used to.
Mm-hmm. I'm casting P much more off. I gotta wake up 9 times a night to cast P, and just a little dribble.
Okay, so that's your core memory. Screaming at Dana.
It's a regret.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm guilty of that kind of thing too, where I don't feel like I necessarily will get that out of line advocating for myself. I'll be like, I'm feeling frustrated, but I have to control it. But when I'm talking on behalf of someone else, where I'm like, Scott is upset,
Yeah.
so I really need to assert
Oh, sure.
myself. This is how I ended up yelling at the pediatrician's receptionist when my wife was going into labor. and it almost got us like banned from the pediatric office.
Dave, I mean,
Because I was like, my wife has a question
It's not
and
good.
no one's dealing with me.
It's not good to do, but someone in that job is not like, they've seen that before.
No, have I ever told this story?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't
so
know if it was on the show.
Okay. But it was not, the reaction was that they had not seen that before
Wow.
or ever heard anything like that.
Mhm.
Wow.
So I guess I'll tell the story quickly. I mean, whatever.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So my wife had like a lot of like blood pressure issues as was leading up to, the birth of our first child. And so we had to get we were monitoring all the time. We have a blood pressure machine at home. And if you got a certain reading over a certain number, like multiple times in 20-minute period, you had to go. So we go in and we're in this position where we're whatever we are. It's early. Like it's not, we're not at the due date. Or I think we're 3 weeks out. And so, the doctor just is like, all right, yeah, you hit the number, like we're going to induce you. And so then he walks out of the room and then the nurse is like, you don't got to induce. And we're like, really? And they're like, you don't have to. You're not really in like a danger zone. And so it's pretty clear that the hospital, as all hospitals are, is just like covering their bases in the safest way possible, where it's like, we do not want to take any unnecessary risk in any way. But the every time the doctor comes in, he's like, yeah, so you just have to sign off on it, but we're going to induce. And then he'll walk out and the nurse will go, but you could just go home. You don't have to. And it's like multiple nurses doing this test. So our heads are spinning. We, of course, I don't know if this is just an LA thing, but like very early, you have to like pick out your pediatrician and like get into the office. It's like almost like fucking getting into a school or something, where it's like they're only taking on so many patients, and we've gotten into this good one, near where we live. And so, our question is really like, is there any disadvantage to inducing this early? And it's really not a question about like whether the baby will be delivered safely, which we have confidence of, but is there like developmental delays or something? At what point are you seeing like different? So it's a question in our mind, a question for a pediatrician who watches the child grow up. And, my wife is asking and she's concerned, and we're first time parents and we're freaked out and we're in a hospital. So we call the office and I say, hey, I have a question for the doctor. And if we could get on the phone with the doctor for just 5 minutes, we're in kind of this precarious situation where we need to make a decision, and I'd like to talk to them. And they say, okay, well, what is your question for the doctor? And so I explain the whole situation. And I say, like, we're in the hospital, they're saying to induce, but the nurses are saying we don't have to, and we want to know if there's like any downside. Like if in your witness of like all these different children that you've seen, if you ever feel like there's a contraindication to like inducing this early. And they go, well, you should do whatever the doctor at the hospital is telling you to do. And I go, I understand, of course, that's generally like safest practice. I just would like to speak to a doctor. I just want a pediatrician to tell me like, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Your kid's going to be whatever your kid is. And they go, okay, so sorry, what do you want? And I'd like to speak to the doctor. I'd like to ask the question. They go, then what's your question for the doctor? But my question is whether they see any substantial difference in the development of children who were induced like almost a full month early. And they go, okay, I'll try to explain it to the doctor. And then they like sort of like put me on hold for a while. And my wife's going like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, I always feel like her implication is that I'm handling the phone call wrong. That's my own self-consciousness. So then they're like off for a little while and they go like, hey, so yeah, I think you should just do whatever they're telling you there at the hospital. And I go, okay, did you talk to the doctor? And they go, no. They go, but they're going to tell you to do what they say. They're going to tell you to do what the doctor said. And I said, okay, that's okay. And we can, but I would like to ask them. Like, I would like to talk to them. Even if they need to call me back, I would like to talk to them. She goes, okay, I can try to pass that along. What's your question again? I now am like seething and I go, well, at this point, my question has become, when are you going to put a fucking doctor on the phone? My wife from the hospital bed has like grabbed my arm and squeezed it so hard and is just like, no, this is our pediatrician. Like, we're going to be seeing them every day for the next like 6 months. Like, I don't understand anything. I just like got too mad. And in my mind, I'm defending my wife and child, but of course I'm a fucking asshole. So there's like a weird long silence. And then a new person comes on the phone and it's like, so my colleague is extremely distressed right now. You have greatly offended her and your language has become abusive. So we need to somehow, navigate this. Can you talk to me about what has happened? I'm just like, yeah, so I'm a worm. So I'm sick. I got hit. Look, I got problems. Like, I have all these problems, and like they just piled up. They got the better of me. And like, I've never used that word before. Here's the thing. I don't even know that word. I didn't know what it meant. I read it on a bus. It was graffiti. And that's why I'm just like begging, like, and I know there's like a note on my file, obviously to this day, every time I go in there, I'm just like, okay, they have it on notice. But I had to talk to like a manager there and like do like this whole like apology tour. And it was, but again, all I'm saying is the Dana, you're bleeding. It's what I immediately think of when you say, what is this? Does it ever happen to you fellas? I'm like, oh, I thought because I was fighting for someone else and they were upset. I was like, well, I can really go off now, and just lost all sense of scope.
I misremembered. I thought you were talking to someone at the hospital. And so then in my head, I'm just like, it's like delivery, like everyone's saying fucking this and fucking that. Like, it's crazy out there. What's happening in that part of the building is insane. But at the pediatrician, they like to keep things a little more relaxed there. There's a fish tank.
Yes, that's right. They're in a little like reception area. I believe that person I spoke to is no longer there, and I have talked to a lot of other people who had trouble with the communication from that front desk.
Yeah.
So that's the only caveat I'll give, but it was a major oops.
We yelled at jokingly, we thought brought in Wild Horses that one time to talk about how they were being loud, and we really upset Aaron Whitehead by accident.
We didn't know. It was an assumption that they had like context for us and
had never met
sense of humor
before.
No, and then
we're just like we were really upset with them and
unpack that.
Yeah.
We are recording. Yeah, we just did like what we thought was a funny sort of. We're sort of the Will Ferrell of Earwolf, where we get to do these kind of big bold bits. And then they were like, oh, those guys are really mean. And they hurt our feelings.
It wasn't all of the like.
No, it was just the ones
Aaron
that
had done the show knew.
And I think they tried to talk to her, but she said that she like teared up afterwards.
Lauren Lapkus was on my flight home.
Bye.